Welcome to Perfect Word Media. My name is J. Monroe Johnson. The purpose of this YouTube channel is to unite cultures and religions through the spirit of love. We are the angels and they are the demons. They say the same, you decide. We do not want to hurt anyone, but we must have you, and that's we the people of the United States, stop the politically corrupt Marshall County, Alabama officialdom from frankly killing my biological mother, Mrs-Eujena. They want to stress you to death in order to rob you of your life savings. They did this to my mother, Mrs-Eugena's brother, David Keith Rogers, who committed forced suicide in Albertville, Alabama, August the 11th, 1965. Financially ruined by mob violence, and he had a small automotive and gas station business there in Albertville. A tragedy that has relived against David Keith Rogers' sister. He was a little younger than her, and frankly, he called his big sister Eugenia within hours of him taking his life, and he asked his sister to pray for him and to say an extra prayer for him, because she assured him that she prayed for him each night, her entire family. And that night he asked for an extra prayer. She later found out that he ended his life soon after that phone call. We ask you put the walk of shame on the sheriff and get justice for Mrs-Eujena. I want to read a few quotes, but I'm going to put this flag in a secure location. This flag was given to me by the United States Marine Corps in Cummings, Georgia, when they laid spiritual grandpa, Brother Chapel, to rest. Next to his fourth and most beloved wife, Donna Chapel. He outlived 4 wives. It's what happens when you live to 95. He was 3 months shy of 96. And he promised us he would be with us well past the year 100. And in spirit he is. I've reminded him often that he was always right. Even when he was wrong, he was right. And you get that concession when you are a nobleman, a high priest for the Melchizedek priesthood, for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, first and foremost, a man of God, a healer of the world, royal by blood, Kaiser Wilhelm II's great-grandson.
And our friend.
And our friend. Rest in power and peace.
Counselor, leader.
Counselor, leader.
But friend.
But friend. Friends with Sam Walton of Walmart for many years in the 60s and 70s in Clearwater, Florida. And he owned his own plant nursery. He provided plants to the Lawn and Garden Center with Sam Walton. And he was raised in John D. Rockefeller's Hyde Park 40-room mansion, 2,500-acre estate. It's now a public museum. From age about 5 to 11, he lived with John D. Rockefeller. Extraordinary life, just a walking book of knowledge, a walking encyclopedia. We miss him so much. And they stressed him to death, folks, and the facts prove that he pled for his life, and he was mocked throughout Alabama, even at the governor's mansion twice. Go ahead and hold that. We make sure that never touches the ground. We come from and express kindness, forgiveness, and love. And we want to tell you something very, very profound according to our belief. and that's that Alabama's enemy is not Mrs-Eujena and associates. Alabama's true enemy is
Who it employs.
hatred itself. Melina says it's their employees. There's no wrong answers here. It speaks to a higher truth. Mine is a little more philosophical, and that again is that Alabama's true enemy is hatred itself, and Melina is more, we could say,
I think yours are the roots.
yeah, mine's the root. You know, a wise man once said this: find the forces which are the causes. Get behind the cause. Find the force which is the cause. And when I asked Brother Chappell that, he said it's jealousy. It's absolute jealousy by Alabama state corrupt officialdom and against a female American taxpayer, and elder, and wealthy, and white. And did I say female? Yeah, it's gender-based violence for her money. It's gender-based hate. Financial violence, judicial violence, occupational violence. Give me your money. God told me you're unworthy, and He wants me to have your property. You can think it, you can speak it, but you best not do it. And they've done it. They've done it for going on the third decade now. These wicked Christians of Marshall County, Alabama. They know that God is our Heavenly Father, and they know that we always forgive them. And they've taken advantage of our true nature. We're good people, folks. And as I said at the beginning, we are the angels and they are the demons. We're heaven's angels and they are Satan's southern sons. And we need you to help us defeat them. We are for peace. We don't want to oppose anyone. We want them to live their American dream. We wish them the very best. We wish no one any harm. We are for peace, and we need your help. I'm going to read a couple of things since it's Father's Day. This is June 18th, 2023. And frankly, I don't like speakers reading to me. But there's no way I could remember all this. So I need to read something to you just briefly, please. Ulysses S. Grant was an American military leader who served as the 18th President of the United States from 1869 to 1877. As President, Grant was an effective civil rights executive who created the Justice Department and worked with the radical Republicans to protect African Americans during Reconstruction. He was born April 27th, 1822 in Point Pleasant, Ohio. He died July 23rd, 1885 at the Ulysses S. Grant Cottage National Historic Landmark in Gransvoort, New York. You can pronounce it G-A-N-S-E-V-O-O-R-T, New York. His full name was Hiram, H-I-R-A-M, Ulysses, U-L-Y-S-S-E-S, Grant, G-R-A-N-T. He served as the 18th President of the United States, folks, from March 4th, 1869 to March 4th, 1877. His nicknames were Unconditional Surrender, Grant, and Hero of Appomattox. You can do the math on that, folks. He signed the greatest civil rights act ever known to a people. It's called the Ku Klux Klan Act of 1871, 6 years after the Civil War ended. And that was to defeat the same domestic terrorism that has killed spiritual grandpa Brother Chapel, and that now wants the death of Mrs-Eujena and associates. I say again, we come from and express kindness, forgiveness, and love, and Alabama's enemy is not us, it is hatred itself. What be the time? Is it time? It's 4:33 p.m. A place of God? Yeah, you could say that. In our third federal filing, case number 423 CV 349 CLM, for the enforcement of our 14th Amendment rights, I, J. Monroe Johnson, pled, Your Honor, United States District Judge Corny L. Maze, M-A-Z-E, at the Hugo L. Black Federal Courthouse in Birmingham, Alabama, USA. I am the voice of Mrs-Eujena and the voice of slavery, Your Honor, Judge Corey L. Maze. I am Chief Executive Officer for Mrs-Eugena's two Alabama corporations, Free and Clear Realty and First Credit Finance Corporation. I made a choice to be here today, Your Honor. I help humans and their families remain safe and secure every moment, every time, by exposing evil to light, Your Honor. Corrupt Marshall County continues to turn hopes into horror, one unethical and or illegal act and or judgment at a time. The sheriff must provide protection and not predation. What's predation? You know, Your Honor. It means attacking and plundering and preying on innocent taxpayers. Your Honor, we condemn all forms of abuse, and especially racial, gender, financial, and religious abuse by corrupt Alabama officialdom. See, we are German Americans, Your Honor, and my mother is a German American, wealthy, white, godly, gracious lady, spiritually wealthy, of course, and Alabama wants the death of her. And we, that's my mother, Mrs-Eujena, and myself, they want us stressed out like they did our CFO, that's Chief Financial Officer, because we exposed their felony crimes in the Supreme Court, case number 1051726, Federal Credit Inc. versus Greg Fuller. Circuit Court Judge Timothy Francis Riley will tell you, as he has others, that that case does not exist. It does. He's a liar. He lied under oath, duly sworn, on official duty, committing perjury and obstruction of justice. Your Honor, who they attack, Your Honor, is actually every human. It is crimes against the human family by Alabama. Again, like in the Civil War of 1861. It was an ungodly land grab, as you know, just like this. Your Honor, as you know, the family is the most important thing. This is our work for God, the human family. Your Honor, Alabama has massacred my family again like they did in 1863, again in 1935, and again in 1965, and now in 2023. Because they're thieves and we're spiritually wealthy. They know there's life behind life, an ultimate intelligent energy we call God, and we know there is life after death for everyone and their families. Your Honor, we are clean people mentally, physically, financially, and most importantly, spiritually. Our very presence threatens these people, Your Honor. Why? Why must they abuse us? Why?